Welcome to University of Education Lahore, Department of English. The course title is Communication Skills. It is designed for BS programs. Its course code is ENGL 1119. I am course instructor Nusrat Sultana from Multan campus. The topic which we shall discuss today is reading short stories. It is no doubt an interesting thing to read short stories. But before going on to discuss in detail about this topic, first I will tell you about the references from where I have collected the information regarding this topic. I studied Montgomery's book that was published in 2006, Ways of Reading Advanced Reading Skills for Students of English Literature, 3rd edition, Routledge, London and New York. Then I studied Oxford Dictionary, 6th edition, Oxford University Press. Then I studied Parkinson and Reid, which was published. The book was published in 2000. The book name is Teaching Literature in a Second Language, Edinburgh University Press. Different websites I have also looked to collect information: Academy, publication.com, classroomsynonyms.com, edu.gov.on.ca, and I also studied howtolovecomics.com, slideplayer.com, theshortstory.co.uk, literarydevices.net, and softschools.com. So these were the sources from where I have collected the information regarding reading short stories. First, I shall define you short stories according to Oxford Dictionary. Short story means a delineation of different social and practical experiences that the writers or the speakers create to amuse people. And according to the definition, it means that the authors, the writers, and the speakers of the short stories, they move around some characters and situations. They present some characters and situation for the amusement of the learners and readers. So they discuss the situations which are related to our practical and real life also. So this gives us knowledge and understanding of the world around. The background of the short story can also give us many other knowledge also. It is important to discuss, I mean to say, that popular since ancient times. That short story, we cannot say this is the modern genre. It is as old as is the history of the human beings. And it was known as mythology. It has many names in the earlier ages, like mythology, folklore, and fables. Charles Brogden Brown was the first writer. He was the pioneer. He wrote his first short story in 1805, and it was originated by Edgar Allan Poe in 19th century, because he was the first person who found out and identified short story as one of the major genre in English literature. And Anton Chekhov is credited to be the best short story writer. It is brief fictional prose narrative. It is written within limited range of words, and it is supposed to be better than novel because it does not take too much of our time. It is completed within one single setting or sitting, written in 2000 to 10,000 words, and it presents single episode or single concept in a short story, and it creates single effect on the readers because most of the short stories are based on one theme, and a short story involves very limited number of characters and situation. There are many purposes of reading short stories. For example, cultural enhancement. Short stories give us many benefits. Apart from reading and gaining information, there are many kinds of learning behind it. Cultural enhancement. The short stories are created and made all around the world. There are many American short stories, British short stories, African short stories, Pakistani short stories, Indian short stories. So these all stories are giving us the knowledge of the world around. It gives us the knowledge and the culture of the nations, of countries. So These are the bigger sources of gaining knowledge about the other nations. We come to know about their language, we come to know about their customs, the popular vision in their nation, so their politics and everything we come to know through the reading of short stories. Linguistic ideal. Short stories present a linguistic ideal before us also, that by learning short stories, students and the learners make their language much better. Their expressions get better. They learn to talk in decent language. They learn to write in decent language with the help of the knowledge they have gained through the reading of short stories. Conceptual training. The short stories also develop our cognition. Mentally we are trained to read something, we are also mentally trained to connect things, number 1 to number 2, number 2 to number 3. So we develop a learning of flow charting things, connecting things. Addition of linguistic competence. In reading short stories, our competence of language is also enhanced. Our language choices get better, our grammatical structures get better. So it provides us very good vision of the language and grammar. And authenticity in comprehension. Authenticity in comprehension means that our composition and our comprehension, it gets better with reading short stories, that we learn to write appropriately, we learn to read appropriately, we learn to say something appropriately by having the good vision through short stories. There are many benefits and other purposes of reading short stories, like memorability. It adds to the knowledge of keeping things in mind. Short stories, because these are made in a proper setting, these unite different incidents step by step. So it gives our mind a training of keep record of the things in a logical way, from the beginning from to the middle and middle to the end. So we learn the art of keeping and memorizing things. Rhythmic resources. A story has an ebb of flow of the things, ebb and flow of the situations. It means that short stories move around situations. Those start from the very simple situation and then lead to climax and then resolution. So there is a rising and falling situation in short stories. So we also learn that our life is also filled with the ebb and flow, rising and falling situation. So it is a kind of training that we get the rhythmic resources in our life. Motivating material. All the short stories are written purposefully. These give us the knowledge of the world around, and these give us moral lessons. The writers have a and the speakers have a didactic purpose behind telling the short stories, as our grandmothers and our mothers used to tell the stories to children and to give them moral lessons of life. And open to interpretations, that short stories do not end with the writing the or telling the short stories. It is a long process of learning, that we are open to interpretations. All kids, all adults and all the old people, all are given a vision to think about the injustices, corruptions and about the different situations in the world. They may discuss it, they may learn different lessons from the short stories. So it is open to interpretations, and it is convenient for learning language and grammar. And all the short stories are written in an appropriate language. The writers and the speakers, they keep a good record of the present, past and future incidents. So by reading the different segments of the short story, we learn to learn the grammar, and we learn language in a better way. A short story is not made in a vacuum. It is made of different elements, and those elements are very important in making and composing a short story. For example, the first one is title. Without a title, no short story is possible. Without a name, nothing is possible. Everything has its name, so every short story has also its title. For example, the short story of an hour I have chosen, it was written by Kate Millett. This short story is very interesting, and I have chosen this purposefully for the students of BS programs, and mentioned here also just to make you realize that this is very short story. It is written in limited words, and it can be read and learned within 20 minutes, I think. And there, the other element of the short story is characters. Without characters, we know that no story is completed without characters, without the movement of the characters. So major characters are called protagonist or the hero or heroine, we can say. Mrs. Lois Mallard, she is the heroine of the short story of The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin. And along with the major characters, there are also common minor characters. Mr. Brantley Mallard, he is Lois's husband. Brantley Mallard is the name of a male character, and he is the husband of Mrs. Lois Mallard. Josephine, she is sister of Lois, and Richard, he is her husband's friend. So, without title and without characters, no story is possible. Now, another element which we shall discuss, it is known as plot, and its part are exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. Exposition. In plot, it is the preliminary stage, the first stage of the short story, where in within first two paragraphs, perhaps in first two paragraphs, the time, location, main characters and minor characters all are introduced. Just within first two paragraph, everything is introduced to the readers for developing their interest. It is called exposition or setting of the short story. It creates the background of every short story. And rising action, it means the heightened situation or to develop readers' interest. It is that situation where after the introduction of the hero, heroine, and all minor characters and situation, location, means, place, all these things, after the information of all these things, the dispute is also shown, the matter of importance, the issue of or the problem of the short story is also introduced. And it is uh, told like that some situation or some problem is rising, some confusion is there, some issue is there. And then comes the third important element of the plot, is that is known as climax. It is the crucial point. Here the problem, confusion, tension reaches to its height, to its peak, and it becomes the crucial point of the short story. And then we come to the falling action. After the very difficult situation, problematic and full of suspense situation, we come to the falling action. When the tension is resolved, we come to falling of action, that is known as normality in the story. And then we come to resolution. It is the ending also, and it can be called as a settlement of the disputes. Themes are also one of the element of short story. The mostly known themes are these I have given here, and many other are also possible according to the situation, according to the present time and era. Love, friendship, relationship of human beings, and relationship of man and nature, and other human characteristics like hatred, jealousy, forgiveness, and resilience. All these are the common known themes in the short stories. Resilience means reaction, fighting against the corruption, fighting against the gender disparity. So resilience is a reaction. And there are many short stories which have been written about the gender disparity and resilience to the illegal powers, like the Kate Chopin story, The Story of an Hour, is also about the gender disparity. It is a resilience short story. I have prepared some examples from our own general knowledge, and which all of you have also gained perhaps. This is the short story which I have taken from the childhood of our children. Once there was an old man, an old farmer, an old man, he had three dash dot dot dot. They lived in a village dot dot dot. Their names were dot dot dot. One morning dot dot dot, and the old man was worried dot dot dot. I have chosen this very simple story from the uh, which has been popular 2 to 3 decades before, and it is the story of an old farmer who was worried about his sons, those who used to fight daily. So he was worried about them. So when in the beginning, first paragraph, these all things are introduced. So this introduction is called the setting, where the name of the main character, the old man, the farmer, his three sons, the name of the village, name of location, name of minor characters, time, and the name of the issue, all the things are introduced, and it is introduced in the beginning to develop the interest of the readers. The attention is gained of the readers by telling this information, and it is very simple example, all of you can easily understand this, that what is the exposition or what is the setting. Example of rising action. From this similar story, I have made the example of rising action. The old man calls his son. Now, no reader knows, not even the three sons know that why our father, why the farmer is calling them, his sons, three sons. So, this is the segment of the story where the action is rising, where situation is rising, and nobody knows what is going to happen next. Then example of climax. The same story I have used here for making the climax of the short story. The readers are unknown. What will happen? Why farmer, the old man, has called his three sons. The old man asks his sons to collect the sticks. The suspense creates a tension in story, that why the old man father has asked his sons to bring the sticks from jungle and from the fields. Is he planning to beat them? Is he planning to do anything else? No one knows. So, this is the suspense and the acute point of the short story. So, this is creating tension. This kind of situation in all other stories is called climax and crucial point of the short story, and it is one of the most interesting point in the out of the elements of the short story. Example of falling action. The old man teaches the lesson of unity when he asks his sons to bring and collect the sticks from the field, and then he asks them to make in a bundle, and he asks them to break the bundle, and they all fail to break that bundle. So he, and when they all are asked to break the sticks one by one, so the sticks are broken easily. So by this all situation, the father, old man, teaches the lesson of unity to his sons. So this is the falling action, where all situation is clear to his sons, and all situation is quite clear to the readers also, that this was all the purpose of the previous action, acute point. He has a purpose of teaching the lesson of unity. Example of resolution or end. The old man's sons learn to be united, and in the end of the short story, the farmer and his three sons, we can say that the sons, when they break the sticks, they easily learn the lesson of unity. So this end is called the resolution, and all such type of ending in the short stories are called resolution or ending of the short story. I have given examples that short story may have this kind of ending, like all started living happily, everything was destroyed, people got united, or the hero died, or the villain died. Something like can be the ending of the short story, and it depends on the writer's and the speaker's own point of view, that he may make the ending happy, he or she make the ending negative, neutral, and tragic. For example, the first one is a happy ending, happy resolution, and the second one is the negative ending and resolution, and the third one is the uh, good neutral kind of ending or resolution, and the hero died, it is a tragic ending. But it depends on the short story and on the theme of the story and the point of view of the author also. Here it is the plan for reading the short story, 3-step strategy for reading short story. The readers and the students, those who are going to learn and read short story, they must follow this strategy, this plan. They must be prepared before reading, while reading, and after reading for some kind of strategies to follow. Number one, they must try to predict, brainstorm, or use previous knowledge, because all of us in childhood have learned many stories and we have read many short stories. So we must try to assume, try to use our previous knowledge. We must try to think on the title and the short story to make our mind to read and to prepare ourselves. And then while reading, we must try to make out some questions regarding the short story. We must try to develop interest, because without interest and without thinking over the short story, it is not possible that we may read it in a critical way, in with proper attention. And after reading, we must learn to develop certain opinions, and we must also try to find out some answers of the questions we have developed before and in the mid reading. Like, we must develop the opinion, for example, I like it, it is good, it is fake, it's mesmerizing, interesting, something like this. At least we must develop after reading. Before reading, I have prepared these lines to summarize the process of reading. Before reading, the readers and the learners must read the title carefully. Sometimes people start just from the very first sentence and then go on reading and end the story without knowing the title. It should not be the case. First, we must come to the first page, the title page. We must think and we must assume what might happen in the short story. And we must also get clues from the idea from the illustration on the first page, like title page, and from the length of the whole story, and from the pictures which are made on the title page. We must try to assume some information from that page, and we must also try to skim the text. Skim means we must look to the text like a bird, go on that. Without reading in detail, we must have some overall idea, general idea of the short story, and we must note down some things about the short story, like its length. We must see its paragraph. We must try to understand its language, that is it very complicated, simple language, or we must also look for its structure and punctuation also to develop our interest in the short story. Now we come to during reading strategies. We must have some questions in mind. Like, we must ask questions about what is happening in the story, who are the characters, what are they doing, what plan is being made, what is the situation going on. We must try to predict ourselves, we must try to assume ourselves. Without reading the short story, we must prepare our mind about some kind of situation. We must try to visualize the setting, that what is being told in the situation, who were the characters, what was the time from where the story began. So we must imagine all the situations and all the characters in mind during reading. We must also notice words, whether what the words mean here, because words are very important. Vocabulary is important to know the idea of the short story. We must also observe the actions, who is doing what the main character is doing, and what the other normal and minor characters are doing. We must connect the actions of the all characters. And during reading, we must also try to pause for some moments. We must not continually read and read and read and forget the purposefulness of the short story. We must try to stop for a moment and think on, and to recollect the information which we have got till now. Then we must move further. We must think for characters, setting, conflict, point of view, and theme side by side. We must make our mind to focus on all these things. That the readers, those who are the beginners of short stories, they must keep these things in mind, that there are characters, there are setting, there are conflicts, points of view, and themes in the short story. So focus must also be put on those things. During reading, the reader must be very vigilant and active. He or she must not ignore language. Language is the basic thing that gives a sense of the story. The if language is pithy, full of ironies, full of satires, it gives us different sense from simple language. We must try to know whether the language is complicated, very easy. The type of language determines the purpose of this short story. We must look for the capitalization, italics, because these are the clues in the reading. When something is given in capitalization and italics, it is done purposefully. Writer has some purpose of making something in capital, giving something in italic. It means that these concepts which are given in the capitalization or in italics, these are important things. We must stop on them, we must think over them. And then symbols are also important. Symbols like night, day, sunlight, greenery, beauty, ugliness, all these symbols are also important. If found in any story, we must think on them, we must try to make meanings of them. Stories have similes, metaphors, imagery. Similes means when the writer tries to find similarity of one thing with the other, or in metaphors when the writer gives the idea of one thing by connecting it with a thing, or which perhaps may have a connection with the thing or not, but the writer says that for bravery the writer may use the word lion, for beauty, the writer may use the word flower. So these words are metaphors, and these can be used in the short stories purposefully. Imagery, some pictures are created by the writer about the beauty of the field, about the beauty of the sky, starry night. Such images writer may use in his stories to give some beauty in the short story or in the background of the short story. The names of the people are also important. Places and things are important because these may have connection with our politics. These names may have connection with our psychology. These may have relation with our daily society and social perspectives. So we must keep our attention on the names of the people, places, and things. These are important to know. These may indicate some situation, these may indicate some problems. Sentence length should also not to be ignored. The sentence can be short, it can be long, it can be simple, it can be complex, and it can be compound. So we must give attention towards the length of the sentence. Notice point of view of this author during reading. The point of view is very important because the author has some particular point of view when he or she writes a short story. For example, omniscient point of view. It is called third person narrative. From the point of view of he, she, or they, such words indicate that the story is written with the third person perspective. Someone else, the poet, the writer has given his camera or his words into the mouths of the others, like someone else, like he, she, or they are involved in the short story, they are observing the short story. The writer tries to become objective in such point of view. He does not himself involve, he wants to tell the story from the point of view of the other people in the society, to make his story appealing, universal, to make it appealing for the others. Third person limited point of view, where writer may focus on only on one person, one character narrative. Like he may focus on just one single character, he may show that character, the most important character that tells the story and tells about the all other characters in the short story. And first person point of view, where writer himself gets involved in the short story, like with the words writer, or writers may write I and we and I. These two words indicate that the writer is writing from the first person point of view. In first person point of view, the action is restricted and it is presented from the writer's point of view, from one person's point of view only, and all the other people are ignored. So first person point of view is mostly subjective point of view, where writer is himself personally gets involved in the story. And objective point of view, in this point of view characters are portrayed naturally. The writer does not try to interfere with the characters. he gives them to he gives them liberty to be explored themselves. They come in front of us and they are characterized naturally, and we do not see that this is all funky. We come to realize that all the things are happening naturally in the short story. The writer is not trying to give his own assumption or perception, and he presents society actually. In fact, I mean to say that actually he tries to present the natural setting of the society with the objective point of view. After reading, there are other many strategies that the readers and the learners must follow. They must write down favorite quotations from the text, and it is why I'm giving this a notion to you, because it checks the reader's learning, whether they have read everything carefully, have they paid attention to their reading of the short story. So if they are capable of giving some good quotations, it indicates that the readers have paid attention to the reading of the short story. So by learning this strategy, the mind of the learners and readers opens. Make story map. It is also important that we must make some flow chart from like a tree of information we must make to connect the main character with the minor character, main situation with the little situation, minor situations, and connecting one theme with the other theme. So this kind of setting, flow charting, and tree making or diagram making will help the learners and readers of the short story to understand the theme, the point of view, the tension of the short story, and its purposefulness. That he or she may be able, the readers may be able to judge the story, they may criticize that analytically. So it is important to read short story carefully, and then after that, making the mind map of the short story. And after that, students and the learners must analyze relationships of characters and their feelings. The analysis of the characters and feelings is important, because this kind of learning and an analysis of the short story helps readers to be critical of the short story. They may criticize different points of view, they may criticize the short story, they may criticize the theme of the short story, they may learn the art of agreeing and disagreeing with the author. And for this flow charting and for making the organized pattern of the short story, the learners and readers of short story must make this kind of uh, graph or this kind of flow chart, that where they must look for the plot first. They must try to elaborate the plot, then situations, complications, climax, and resolution. He or she, the readers, must write down all these things and must elaborate his own perception or her perception about the plot, about the situations, about the complications, climax, and resolutions. So it will indicate that the reader has been capable of understanding, or he has successfully read the short story. The task of the reader does not end here by following the strategies of reading, uh, by following the strategies of before reading, during reading, and after reading. There are many other things they have to do after the completion of the reading of short story. The questions they must develop: is the title suitable or opposite to the story? The reader, after reading, must have been capable of making his own mind to make out questions like this: that is the title suitable, or is it opposite to the story? The learner and the reader must have this opinion that some other better title can be given. He or she may give any other title also to the story. Is there proper beginning, middle, and end? After the reading of the short story, the learner and reader must also be able to know whether the story was given a proper beginning, proper middle, or proper ending. Is the exposition or beginning appropriate? And exposition, if it is not given properly, the reader may not get the good understanding of the story. So he must learn to know this, that the exposition was appropriate or not. And is there proper climax or a turning point? After the judgment, after reading the story critically, analyzing it critically, the learner must also develop this question: was the acute point, means the climax, the crucial point, was quite exact according to the situation and according to the story? Does the turning point increase interest? Or we must also be able as reader to make this question in mind, that whether the story has good turning point, has it increased and heightened the interest, or has it failed to develop the interest in the story? And we must also know the conflict, the name of the conflict, how the writer has created conflict, was that appropriate according to the story and situation? Then further, there are many other questions, like what steps resolve conflict? The writer, how he has created the conflict and how he has tried, what other linking situation the author has created to resolve the tension, to finish the or end the conflict in the story. Is the author impartial or partial? Is the author personally involved in the story? It means, was he subjective or was he objective? The reader must have a keen eye. He must be a detached observer of the story and also of the author. He must develop this opinion. He must have vision about the author and story. Is the vocabulary simple or complicated? The reader must pay attention to the diction and vocabulary of the story. Does the author's point of view affect yours? The reader must also analyze his inner self, her inner self, whether the story is uh, good enough that it has attracted the reader towards the point of view of the author, or the point of view of the author or the ways he has defined in the story are not attracting, are not alluring to the reader. The reader is not finding himself attracted toward the vision and the point of view which the author has given. Sometime it may happen the reader does not agree with the author's point of view, so reader must have his opinion. He must not be the beggar of the line, that he is following all the things blindly. He must be ready to learn. He must develop, or she must develop some opinion about the author's point, about the point of view of the story. He must, or he may agree and disagree. He has liberty in literature. Is the author trustworthy? It means trustworthy does not mean whether he is corrupt or not corrupt. It means that is the author giving the actual situation from our current life, from our life actually? Is he presenting the situation which is actually happening, or he is trying to be fictional? Is he creating some fake story? So the reader must have the point of view like this, that the writer has written, he has depicted the story from the real life, or he has not written this related to the human life. Is there any better point of view? The reader is given liberty in literature and in reading short story, that he may agree or disagree with the point of view of the author. So he may himself develop the other point of view. He may agree, he may critically analyze the short story and the point of view of the author, and can give the better option also. Here are the references which I have told you about this so very topic, that I have collected the information from this and these all references and from all these sources. And I have ended the topic here, and I hope that you might have got some good idea of what short story is and what the elements of the short story are there, and how we must read our short story for gaining a good understanding of the reading of short story. and all your questions are welcomed. And I pay thanks to all of you for listening carefully and paying attention. I request you all to not only listen the information of this very topic, also try to read the slides one by one so you may be able to summarize everything yourself also and may prepare for your exams. Thank you so much, class. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.